Okay, so I checked my last video, and which was explaining why I started YouTube in the first place, and it has gotten 6 views, 2 of which are my family not believing I was on YouTube. Yeah. So 4 views. So I didn't really start YouTube to get views or make money, how some people think they can make money on YouTube, which you can, but very little, and that's only if you have like a shit ton of views. So pretty much it's just for me, and even if I help one person with what I'm going through and I talk about it and they get either some information from it or, whatever, it helps them with what they're going through, even one person, that's my goal. That's all I'm trying to do. So I figured, what are some things I could talk about on YouTube? Well, me being my forgetful little self made a list, and it is a long list. So pretty much makes the most sense to explain how I found out I was pregnant. So that's what I'm gonna do. When I got pregnant, I moved to Nevada. My boyfriend lived in Virginia, and he came to visit me for the summer, and I got pregnant, and pretty much about 2 days after conception, I got really, really sick and didn't really think I was pregnant at first, even though the condom broke, because I was on birth control. And I talked to my mom about it. It made no sense for me to already be showing symptoms after 2 days. So just kind of thought, probably just sick, not a big deal. Went along with my business. After that, I was waiting for my mom to make dinner. She made dinner. She put avocados on my hamburger. Usually love that. I threw up. So after that, I checked online to see what my symptoms were. I can't eat certain foods because they really gross me out for some reason. I felt really nauseous. I was throwing up. I had a really big headache. I was getting hot and cold flashes. I just felt like total shit. And turns out I waited a couple weeks, took a pregnancy test, and it came back negative. So I thought I was fine. Symptoms didn't go away, so I started talking to my mom about going to the doctor, and she started to worry about me being pregnant because when the condom broke, my boyfriend went to my mom and told her. So she knew from 10 seconds after that there was a possibility I was pregnant. Not a fun experience. So that happened, and I have this weird home situation. So I had to go to Washington to visit my dad, and there was a big family blow up and blah, blah, blah. Nothing you want to know about. So I went and stayed with my grandma, and I told my grandma about my symptoms, and she's pretty much just, I didn't tell her I thought I was pregnant, but I told her my symptoms, and she, it might be the flu, it might be, some type of stomach bug, whatever. So we just kind of blew it off. I told my brother and his girlfriend. She thought I was pregnant too because she's had a baby. So she got me more pregnancy tests. I waited a couple weeks and I took 4 or 5. They all came back positive. That's when I called my boyfriend. I told him. Long story short, he threw up, and I went to the doctors. I went to Options 360. It's a free clinic, and I got a pregnancy test. Obviously it came back positive, and I also did an ultrasound. Not a fun ultrasound, not the cute ones where they rub on your belly. They probe you. It's no fun having some lady who looks like your future mother-in-law sticking a giant stick up your hoo-ha. Not fun. So I got pictures, and it turns out that after that I was 6 to 7 weeks pregnant. And usually you can't even see anything on an ultrasound if you're pregnant within that time period. So this baby wanted us to know that I was pregnant because there it was, this little teeny tiny dot on that screen. And that was my son. And so, yeah, I started, of course, eating better and doing all these things and freaking out and telling everybody But that's for another video.